How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Looking Glass podcast, your place for everything Grand Archive. My name's Travis. I'm here with Dalton and Corey as per usual. It's been a couple weeks because news has been kind of dead up until this point, but we got a lot to talk about on this episode. Um, Lots of exciting news, spoilers, SEA Nats, all sorts of shit to talk about here. So, we're just gonna get right into the nitty gritty of it here, and we're gonna talk about what do you guys want to tackle first? Do you guys feel like do we want to tackle Nats and do all the spoiler stuff last, or do we want to just kind of cut into the meat and leave the the Nationals news for later?
I guess we could talk about Nats first, since it came before the news.
Yep. All right, I'm fine with that. What do you think, Dalton? Nats?
Yeah, that works out.
Yeah, cool. Um, so SEA Nats happened, and long story short, Alice won. Mill Alice won. And congrats again to Dragon JG on his epic victory with Mill Alice. Definitely threw me for a loop. I remember seeing him in day one, and I was just like, oh man, really hope he does well and everything. Never did I expect that I would wake up the next morning on day two, just because time differences and stuff. We wake up to like the end of their day basically. So, yeah, woke up to see him in the grand finals playing this deck, and it was just crazy. It was kind of surreal. So like I literally just stood there, watched the entire match, and as soon as he clenched it, I just started running through the house screaming and everything. Like my wife was just she was it's like, will you shut up?
Just probably ready to hit you, wasn't she?
Probably. Like, okay, yeah, cool, that's great. Like, I don't give a shit, but okay. So, were there any decks that you guys saw that were really that really interested you?
So I'm gonna be honest, I didn't pay attention to SEA Nats.
Hey,
Like Evo was that weekend, and the last few Nats have not really been all that interesting, so I kind of just didn't care.
I mean, to be fair, I really didn't pay much attention to CNATs either. Like, I tuned in. I had a lot going on that weekend too, so like I definitely had things to do. But I when I had the chance to, I tuned in and saw some stuff, and then I kind of I scrubbed through the the footage of it and everything just to see what was playing. But it was a lot of the same stuff. Like there wasn't really anything interesting. It was either like Windcrox Lorraine or Water Aether Wing or Saryu, and it was just like, all right, cool. It's like the same stuff over and over again. Um, and then I saw JG played, so I watched that entire match. I was just like, man, I really hope they put him back on again. And then I was following his record the whole weekend. That is something that I did do, is follow his record the whole way through, and I saw that he made day two like really high on. I think he got seventh on going into day two, and then I was like, all right, cool. So he's just gotta make it in now to the top cut and get there. But I never expected to wake up that morning and see that he was in the grand finals. Like that was such a treat to be able to wake up to and watch. Because I literally got there like right as the match was starting, so it was pretty cool. But aside from that, now that nationals are all over and everything, we did get an updated ban list, and we got some stuff to talk about there. Uh, we got a banning of Ranger Strides, which thank God it's gone. No more Wind Wake Up BS. No more Water Diana. If like Water Diana got knocked down a couple of pegs, so
Mm-hmm.
um, I know watching watching Team True's podcast and everything, they were saying like it's basically like a tier 3 deck at this point. So, I know I've heard rumblings that like Fire Diana is kind of the way to go now, like Fire Aetherwing.
Yeah, there was a Fire Diana in day 2. There's always like 1 or 2 usually in day 2 that I've seen. I know they were talking. I know like Fern and Kevin were talking, and I know they were talking about like what decks might be good for like the Gauntlet and whatnot, and Mill Alice might be one, but it seemed to be a good meta call because it was a really good counter to like Water Diana in particular, but it does have issues against Crux Lorraine sometimes, and I think Water Gin usually can outdo it. But
that's the funny thing. Like Water Gin wasn't very prevalent.
It's because it's because its biggest weakness was Water Diana. So we're probably going to see a lot of Gins at World.
It's going to come down to which one's better, Alice or Jin. Who can do it better?
There's at least going to be one Alice Mill deck, but I don't really know. I don't think it's going to be that prevalent because I think it crumples to like hyper aggressive, like maybe like
well, no, so it was built because like I talked with JG and everything. It was built to play against hyper aggressive. It's one of those ones that like when you have way too wide of a variety that it starts to become like, because they were saying that at locals the other day that like when you have way too wide of a variety, it it kind of falters there. So
yeah, like through playing Kevin, he was like Vanitas actually hurt it a lot. It's just that he opened up with a lot of stall. But like if you don't open up a lot of stall, then it kind of like crumples a bit because you can't materialize anything.
Yeah.
But I guess it really depends on like how well it opens up. There's talking about like suited might be a really good choice, possibly. But like because like they're not going to be expecting it because suited hasn't really been all that prevalent. Fractals is coming back 100%. Like Fractals is going to be like unrestricted now.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And I think it might tear that deck apart. Like it. So like it's Fractals. I think my bet is going to be Fractals probably taking it because like that deck is just like it isn't as scared of Crux Lorraine anymore, and like the Water Diana was like its worst enemy. So now that happens, it's probably going to be. I think at least Caven's going to bring it. Like I know Caven's going to go to it.
I mean, yeah, like that. That's kind of like it's like a comfort thing.
Yeah.
Especially since if you've got a strong match into things and it's a comfort thing at that point, then yeah, like that makes total.
Yeah, well, that deck is already disgusting as it is. So, like, now that 2 of its biggest enemies have just been kind of crippled, I think it's gonna probably tear through it. But again, like I think Jin, now that Jin isn't as scared anymore, I think Jin might pop up a bit. I think it might be. Sorry, what?
No, you're good. You're good.
I would say I think it might be a somewhat wide worlds this year because we got Hyoko and Rai, we got like some people probably taking. I'm curious on what people are gonna take because I'm thinking a lot of people's comfort picks were probably gonna be Water Diana.
Yeah,
And now
that makes sense.
Because I don't think Crux Lorraine got hit that hard, but they did lose a.
No, that deck's still like that deck's still.
But it did lose a defense mechanism against some of its weaknesses. So
yes and no. It's just forced to use more of its counters now.
yeah.
But AL is still a hell of a card, and AL is still just resets. So Yeah, Ayala just still resets Clarent Reimagined. Like, you don't even care anymore about like, okay, cool, spend 2 durability counters to get the 1 effect, and then just Ayala it to get it back. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, but now you're relying on a card that you have to draw, and if you don't get it, I guess against super like Suzaku, that might be a bit of a problem, maybe. Like 'cause they were talking like Suzaku might come up a bit
Mhm.
because it is like its biggest weakness was Clarent Reimagined, so I might be able to have a little bit more of like a game plan against it. But again, yeah, they do have Ayala. But honestly, if Crux Lorraine hits level 3 against Suzaku, it's kind of an uphill battle to begin with.
You
Because
know,
at that point, yeah,
it's a funny thing to think about. So Lorraine is already ascended to a level 4 because it's already won Worlds. So if Lorraine wins again, do we get a level 5?
maybe that's a good question.
I mean, it's a legitimate question. Like, what
Because like,
happens?
is it of just like the Crux version, or is it like Spirit Ruler, or is it like a whole different?
I don't think it matters at that point. Because like it's just like Lorraine herself ascended to level 4. Like, I don't know if it matters which version of it did or not, but um Lorraine already has a level 4 technically as a champion. So the question is, it's like do we get a level 5 now? Like, is that how this works? Like,
Yeah,
so
I'm curious. I kind of wanted to win now just to see.
yeah, I mean, I don't even know how that would work because technically, like, it's supposed to work in tandem with the divine relic. Although, I guess, you know what? No, it does. It would work regardless because the way that they word those cards are, you have to be ascended, which you only need to play the one divine relic to be ascended.
Now, yeah.
Because they all give you that ascended trait basically, and yeah, so you're already going to be ascended, so you would be able to just kind of play both of them.
Now, riddle me this: what happens if a level 1 deck wins?
That's a good question too.
I was just thinking that. I'm like, is this gonna be like an ascended level 1? Like,
This is one of
it's like,
those
oh
things.
hey, look, Dao Chan won Worlds.
Yeah,
Like, oh sweet, and it's like, oh, it's just fractals, and then it's like you get a level 4 Dao Chan.
yeah. This is one of those things that like we would need like the devs in chat to actually like stay or to like be here to answer these questions. Um, that's a legitimate question though. Like, next time that they have like a dev stream, I need to ask that question. So,
Yeah.
but all right, so back on the ban list here. Strides is gone, which is going to kind of shake things up a little bit here. Uh, no idea what's going to happen yet because we're at that weird point in the season where there really aren't a lot of events going on leading up to Worlds. We don't really have a lot to get data from. So at this point, it's going to be a lot of like internal testing with all these like bigger teams and everything like that.
There is Virginia coming up.
That
Like it's a regional, but I don't think.
I guess that's true, but I don't know if anyone's really going to show anything off at that point because you don't really show your hand before Worlds.
No, yeah, 'cause I know. Isn't Steve going to
I
Worlds?
think I think so.
Yeah,
I believe so.
but he's been bouncing between Jin and CL, so yeah,
Yeah. I
yeah.
but
It's a curious. That is a good question. Like there probably won't be a lot of data. Like, and honestly, at least from our experience, like there hasn't been a whole lot of water Diana. At least that like NA regionals like that we've seen. It's mostly just been like Crux Lorraine and just random other decks that have been good, but like suited's a really good like regional deck. So
mhm,
our couple of regionals have had a lot of suited
yep.
and like just like water gin in general. So like that's mostly what our area has been. It's just been suited, Crux Lorraine, and water gin.
And Saryu.
Yeah, Saryu's been making a comeback. I think AL has been helping it a lot.
Yeah, AL is a hell of a card, man. Like I think AL is
Yeah.
next to be targeted on the watch list.
Do you guys think it should have been put on the
Shush,
watch
keep your
list?
mouth shut.
Well, I know
Love that
Dalton's
card.
answer. He doesn't think that it should be put on the ban list, but
I don't
Look,
honestly,
I don't think it should be like immediately banned, but I really feel like it should be on the watch list.
So look, this is how I feel about it, okay? I feel that if AL is only such an amazing card due to the simple fact of like Win Lorraine can completely abuse it. That is the only reason being, and the only reason being that's really busted in Win Lorraine is due to the fact of I forget what its name is. It's the 2-cost sword. Not Claret Reimagine, the other one that
Prismatic
she
Edge.
plays.
Prismatic Edge.
Yeah, it's because of that. That's the whole reason being that it's so stupid and so dumb and so good. If you take away Prismatic Edge, it literally just helps you stay alive. It makes it so that way Claire Reimagine can be reset when you need to be reset, and that's it. That is the only thing she does in the deck. And basically she constantly keeps your swords up and whatnot, which is cool. But like outside of that, she doesn't do a ton for the deck. And like I don't think she would be the card that we ban because she can enable a lot of other decks to actually function in the format. I think Prismatic Edge and whatnot is the thing that needs to just like get put on the watch list.
I mean, that's fair. It has a lot of interaction with Spirit
As
Blade
long as she
Ascension.
can't go through Spell Shroud, I can agree with which I don't think she does.
No, she can't. She's as a spell.
Like I like if she wasn't exalted, she definitely would be disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that you have to hit level 3 does
Well, not just level
kind
3.
of.
You also have to be an advanced element, so like Vanitas can't abuse it or
Oh
anything
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. So I don't know. I guess we need to just wait and see
Yeah.
where things go. But before we continue this conversation, I have a question for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys like a good deck building site?
Well, yeah, of course.
Um, well, I know a good one, and I think we're all part of it already. But if anyone in chat or anyone watching this is not, you should go check out TCG Architect if you are into a good deck builder or want to read some really good articles about competitive play or Pantheon or deck techs or anything like that. They're really good at updating the site. Everything looks really clean. Everything runs really well. So if you're into all that, check out TCG Architect. So now that's out of the way. Uh, um, I guess we can move on to other announcements with the ban list. We got 3 changes to Proxia. I know we were just talking about the Clarent change, which was basically just they changed the damage reduction from 2 to 1. That was the only change that they made, which it's fine. Clarent wasn't really like super busted, but I do understand why. Like it does kind of shut out certain strategies.
Mm-hmm.
The other change that we got was to Reciprocity, which is Tony's Proxia, which wasn't really doing much for him. The changes to that card are phenomenal. Like it's a completely different card.
Yeah, I really like it. It
Look,
definitely needed it.
Tony now has big dick energy. All right, let's be honest. He actually is able to do something as level 2. It's
Yeah,
not complete trash anymore.
no, his level 2 is really solid. Like you play a really small like domain package or something, which, if you're playing Tony, like you're probably going to anyway. And you bring this out, you can swing with it, and now you can just combine it with like heavy swing if you get to bring it out for free. So
Yep.
if you have 2 domains out, you bring it out for free, you heavy swing for 10. Like
Yep.
it's pretty good. So, but yeah, just to go over what the changes are to it. It's now a 0 cost instead of a 1 cost, so you now no longer have to lose influence or a float to use it. You bring it out by, it costs 6 to bring it out, but it's reduced by 3 for each domain that you have. So 2 domains, it costs nothing to just activate it from the material deck. And then they reduce the durability from 3 to 2, so now you can just swing with it once. And then they remove the durability cost to negate an upkeep and summon an automaton drone. So you still have to tap it for that, but basically you swing with it once, you use the 1 durability, and then it just sits there, and you just use it to just generate shit, basically. So, really, really strong change. I know I've, like, tested some Tony lists and everything with it. He definitely needed that for sure.
I still wish he had a better level 2, but like at least with this, at least you can get the +3. Like, but like maybe with how they rework, like maybe he might get a new level 2 in PRD. Fingers crossed. God, I hope so. But
I mean, I think even if he doesn't, I think at this point, that card alone has now made the level 2 viable enough that it.
oh, it does.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering about like what happens if you don't draw into your domains and you have to level into 2. It still does feel kind of bad if you can't.
No, I think you're at least gonna see 1, and at worst you're paying it as like almost like a backup charger at slow speed.
Yeah, oh yeah. Like
So
it's like it's usable now, which is what I like. I always thought about that of like going into level 2 and like being able just to bring out a a reciprocity and like because that was always the strap before too, like if you had enough you can bring out reciprocity, but like you still had to pay the 1 for it like out of your memory, and that just felt bad, and like especially if you couldn't actually play anything to get it set up.
mhm.
So
Well, I
like at
mean, you
least
also go ahead, Corey. Finish up what you're saying.
and at that point you're also using up a durability to do that when you could be using it to pay for like an upkeep. So
Yeah, so
I mean,
like
that's a good point.
I think the changes are really good though to it. It is now a
oh no,
yeah,
100%. Like
it is a
I'm
much
I'm I'm not
stronger
disagreeing with that. I love it.
yeah, it's a much stronger card now, and it definitely adds more to what Tony wants to be doing, and it ties in with domains really well, and I just think it's a great change.
Yeah.
Um Dalton, you said you had something to say on it.
Well, I mean, you also got to look at it this way. So now you don't have to spend 1 to materialize anymore. It's
Oh
technically a
yeah.
0 cost. So, like, if need be, if you feel like you're not going, if you're bricking and you don't have any domains in hand at all, you can always just hard materialize it the turn prior to going to
That
level
is
2.
true, yeah.
So, like, you don't have to go right away into it. I mean, like, it's not the greatest plan to do it that way, but I mean, like, some
Yeah.
decks, like Wind and everything, have Zephyr to protect it that they can go and utilize to just be like, oh, okay, you're trying to get rid of it. I'm going to blink it off board for the turn, and now
Yeah.
it's not safe. So, like, it has methods to play around it. It's no longer costing 1, which was the worst part of
Yeah, it felt bad to
reciprocity
bring it
was
out.
at 1 cost, and then on top of that, it removing a durability counter to go and negate a upkeep cost hurt so bad because it only had a limited amount of durability. So like you didn't want to use it to swing because of that. But now with it just being a tap and you negate the upkeep, it's just so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, yeah.
addressing
Yeah.
chat here real quick. Someone mentioned that taking they want to see more of making Assassin Merlin great again. Uh, great again is not a thing, unfortunately, because it was never great to begin with. Unfortunately, um, I've I know I put a lot of effort into trying to to get the list to where I got it to. And it was cool. It worked well. Like I like the mechanic and how Assassin Merlin plays. I I just feel like like they really need to do something more with Sheen counters because they're way too
Oh, like prevent reliant, I guess.
They're too flimsy, basically. Like they have there's way too many ways to interact and mess with them, and it kind of hurts. Like when especially when like Water Merlin is all about the sheen counters and getting your sheen up. It's real. It feels really bad when they just kind of stack it on an ally that has like stealth and spell shroud, like Cheshire Cat, and you can't even interact with it. And then they're just like, oh well, now I'm just gonna pop the cat and get rid of itself, and all those sheen counters just go.
Yep.
RDO came with a card that allows you to move the counters from stuff to something else at slow speed, and that kind of wasn't what we needed. Like we need something at fast speed that lets us do that, um, or something that lets us more like add precision counters to something. We need more of that.
Mhm.
At least from playing it in like Pantheon, it felt bad that you had to hit an ally
Mm-hmm.
to get it, like to actually get it on your like what is it?
Yeah, you have to
Sh-
kill an ally, not even hit an
yeah.
ally. You have
Sorry,
to
yeah, kill an
Yeah,
ally.
you have
Yeah,
to kill the ally physically with Merlin in order to get the yeah, it's kind of rough when it comes to that. Um
I kind of wish they gave it like a Windwalker boot where you could like get passively one sheen counter on your mastery once per turn, and
Mhm.
like that would have to me would have felt a little bit better because like why can Tristan build passive preparation counters, but
yeah.
like Assassin Merlin has to like work at work super hard to get like two,
Mhm.
and it's just,
Mhm.
it doesn't feel good. When I was playing it, I'm like, this deck is really cool. There's a lot of cool like stuff you can do with it, but a lot of it's also like crux and
Yep.
like
Mhm.
and so like you have to level to 3, and like you might have to sacrifice some of that stuff, and it just I don't know it's a really cool concept, and like I really wish like I'm surprised too because like Merlin's their baby.
Well,
But they
Kingslayer kind of is, but
yeah, but like hell they made an Assassin Merlin figure, so it's kind of
yeah. Yeah.
like they love giving her promos like her like special what like is it uh like infinite scintillization or
Yeah,
whatever
infinite scintillation, yeah.
they gave it a
Infinite
CPR,
Spheres.
and like they gave it a CPR and everyone was like, "Woo boy, this card is dog shit. We won't want this." So it's like they love giving her promos, but like her deck isn't.
Well, and what's weird is like even the other variants of it. So if you dip into fire or dip into like wind, they play so differently. Like, and I understand they want all the elements to play differently, which like I get that, and as they should. However, even in there though, like the sheen counters just don't work very well or work the same. I think fire has the best sheen utilization because most of it puts it on your mastery and you just burn it off your mastery. So,
Mm, I don't know. I think wind's like very very interesting because that's something I've been tinkering with is the wind variant.
mhm.
But like it's a lot of it's like playing fast set together. Like if they decide to put it onto like
Well,
let's
wind doesn't
say
focus on
Cheshire
sheen
Cat.
though. Like,
Well, so wind does not directly focus on Sheen, but you utilize Sheen with multiple restanding Merlin basically to pump up your damage rapidly. So like
mhm.
you make a ton of Memrite tokens is what you do in wind and whatnot.
Yeah.
And because of the one norm element token generator we get, as long as you're at 6 or more Sheen when you do it, you just anytime a Memrite like card hits the opponent, they have to put a sheen counter on that unit.
Mhm.
So like you can force the champion to get a ton of sheen counters on them, and then you use things like I forget what the one assassin attack is that whenever you swing, as long as you've hit you and you prepared it, you wake up again. It used to be played in like OG Tristan and
Yeah,
whatnot, but
I know which
basically
one
that's what you do.
I know which one you're
You
talking
you
about.
swing with Wind or Merlin and whatnot. You swing for that amount of damage. You wake up, you deal the damage off of the sheen counters and whatnot. You get them onto your mastery. But the issue is that your late game is just complete dog water. Like
Mm-hmm.
the only thing you can really do is use oh god, what is the one card that's 3 prep counters and it makes 2 attacks. I'm having a brain fart on what it is.
I don't know.
It's been minutes I
All
looked
I
up
know
that card.
is like water is the best way to play it, like especially if you want to play into Crux, because wind doesn't really go into Crux. Like
Hmm.
wind, you play low to the ground and you try to just
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like
Burn them out.
yeah. Even
You
fire,
basically
like
play level 1, level 2, and that's it for wind.
fire, fire, fire could go to Crux, but um, I've seen more success with decks that didn't go to Crux than that. But
Hmm.
there is an argument that there's a viable Crux build out there somewhere for it.
Well, like
Hmm.
with all the creative shock and stuff that we're getting next set,
Mm-hmm.
like there's some nice generic like fire support that can I think might be able to help go to level 3 and like also imbue like some Kindle strategies too, which is really neat.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see. I just my biggest thing is like I think they need to kind of slow down on supporting wind right now and bring,
Hmm.
like right now fire is trailing behind like the most. Uh
Hmm.
water was doing, like water's doing something, but for a while there water wasn't doing anything and fire was doing better than water. So I really feel like they need to catch that up with wind, because wind has been good for the past like how many seasons now?
Uh, 4,
When has
5.
wind not been good, I guess. Yeah.
So
I think basically since Windmill Engineer came out,
mhm.
it's been good basically.
But
Yeah, because you can be in it.
yeah.
No, I agree. Like water still suffers from like graveyard hate, but I think as long as like it's kind of weird with water because like when people aren't side decking or main boarding like stuff to shut it down, I think like water can flourish, but I still feel like water does get shut down because like dredge is almost unplayable, which kind of
Yeah,
Oh, you
yeah.
mean Deluge?
Deluge,
dilute
yeah.
dilute it. Like
And there's so
it
many
really
cool combos that you could do with
there
Deluge,
is, man. It pisses me off so much.
Well,
but
all that
Like
needs to happen is they need to change the layering of for Lantern, and it actually will function properly.
yep.
That's literally it. Is they just need to change the ruling for the layering in regards to Lantern. If Lantern was affected by Fracturize, water would be perfect.
Yep.
It would be perfectly fine playing the current format without having to worry about nullifying Lantern. Because it's the same thing as if like if I'm in wind or whatever and you have a nullifying mirror, I'm going to use the Unbroken Mustang to go and get rid of it. The only difference is that in water, it's difficult to use Unbroken Mustang because it's a 4-cost card and
Mhm.
you can't just blink it out to go and get the effect again. You
Mhm.
have to like you
or
basically have
yeah.
to figure out a way to get a second one in your hand
They really need to
and
give
play it.
water a reduced ash. Like they
Yeah.
really need to give water a reduced ash. Because like that's the only reason why Kindle's even remotely viable is because of reduced ash. And
Well,
like some third percent.
yeah. Yeah, there's some things that you could look into. But let's get back to, let's
Yeah.
take the, we're way off course. I was I was just addressing the one comment here. But just to finish up on that real quick, I really would like to see Assassin Merlin do more. The mechanics are really fun and I really do enjoy playing the deck. Which is saying something because I'm definitely not a huge Merlin fan, at least the Kingslayer variety. So, um here's to hoping, I guess. Like, more support in the future. But that aside, back to the BNR announcements and Proxia changes. So we talked about reciprocity. The last card that we got was a new Proxia card for Rye, which I can't remember the name of the weapon itself, but it was like whatever that name is, reimagined. Um, it was from his starter deck weapon that you got that was like dog water, and um from what I understand, because I watched Hyoka's video about it, like he basically said it was like a mid card, basically, like it didn't like from what he could see at the moment, like it just didn't seem like it was really gonna do too much. Uh, so what do you guys think about it?
I I don't really have an opinion because like I don't play Rye. So like I listened to Hyoka's video and I'm like, well, if Hyoka doesn't think it's good, then I guess it's not good. That's just kind
I
of how
mean,
I was.
I mean, yeah,
Like I don't really like pay attention to Rye. Like I was excited to play him for a bit, then I saw the price of some of his stuff, and I'm like, well, I'm just gonna put that to the side, and I never went back to it. But especially, ugh. But yeah, I think if I remember right, he did say that like it might have a place sometime, but like it does take up 2 material deck slots, and it's just not worth the for like what it. I think it helps Mana Weaver more than it helps Storm
yeah, that's
Seal.
what he said. It helps Mana Weaver more. He said the only thing outside of that is that it's good for being like a shield popper. Like so when they go to
Yeah,
pop like they play a spell shield and you want to pop the spell shield for a lesser amount or something, you can do that. So,
yeah. Uh,
um, Dalton, what do you think of it?
Give me
Dalton.
1 minute. I'm
Oh,
arming up a facility right now.
I was about to say I thought thought we lost Dalton for a second, which is fine.
no, no,
Dalton's at work.
no, I agree, Dalton. The crippling silence does say a lot. Yeah, I just wish they would.
Okay.
Yeah,
So we're talking in regards to what Rise Proxia card.
Yes.
yeah.
So I mean, I wish it was a lot better than what it is, but sadly it isn't.
I mean, it's
Um,
something at least.
so I mean, the whole catch to it is that it gives you a way to deal damage to draw a card off removing 3 enlightenment counters. So like, you get an additional effect of being able to deal an extra 2 damage in the long run, which can help you out a little bit for getting your damage perfect, basically. And also, it gives you a way to get 2 more enlightenment counters. So technically, if you go and you sit there and you do this at your next recollection phase after you've gone to level 1 Rye and you banish the Scepter of Ignition and whatnot, you're and you didn't use your enlightenment counters, you're at 5 enlightenment counters, and then you can remove 3 to deal 2, which is okay. It's all right.
Hmm.
But like, I much rather just spend those enlightenment counters to go and be able to do like anything else realistically.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we'll have to wait and see if I'm sure Hyoka is going to be testing with it and seeing what's possible because we all know he's going to show up on Rye. So,
I mean,
but
it makes Fire Burn Rye a little bit better, in all honesty, because you have a ton of space in your material deck to be able to play.
mhm.
So like, it does give that version a buff, but like, that's about it.
Yeah, he did say that he is going to be like releasing a bunch of deck ideas. Like he's obviously going to hide the deck that he's working on at Worlds, but
Mhm.
Hmm.
like he does say that like he is coming up with a few ideas. I think he's still working with Spirit of Purity to try to make that work because I think Spirit of Purity is kind of like his like pet deck.
Yeah,
I think,
Hmm.
I love that version of Rye. I really do.
but I think he is trying to work on Fire a bit
Yeah.
because like Fire is always like a fun element, especially like when you think of a mage, you think of fire,
Mhm.
like fireball stuff like that. Like even in like D&D, you're like, I have fire go burr,
Yeah.
but like it's unfortunately like wind is really the only I think competitively viable way to play Rye right now.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Which
it circles back to what we were saying about Deluge. Like if Deluge was just better, like if they fixed the lanterns layering issues and everything, and Deluge was actually playable, like there's that was it Liquid Bullet or Liquidation? There's that
yeah,
Liquidation
Hmm.
build with that one unique ally from RDO, and if you use it with Mana Weaver, you can like hit with like Liquidation 4 times.
Yeah, those are
You
really
know,
cool ideas, and it's just like the cool water combo I came up with, the devious lantern. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, there's so much cool stuff that you could do, but like unfortunately we're just in a we're not at that point yet.
I don't know. At first I was cool with the idea of like being able to like help with like a certain strategy, but just having it be able to just to be materialized for no cost just kind of feels bad now,
Mm-hmm.
because like all the other decks, like it doesn't really hurt them. It's like, yeah, like you have like lantern and like, which honestly like isn't, I don't really know. I don't think anything that's kind of competitive at the moment. I don't think lantern really hurts any of it, does it?
It hurts Suzaku if Suzaku
Yeah.
it definitely hurts fire strats, and if
Ah,
there's
yeah, that's true.
Genbu relies on having
Oh yeah,
water.
that's right. That's right now. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. Yep, Gemba.
So,
Which Gemba is probably going to be really strong at Worlds
mhm.
now, because I think Kevin was taught, he's like a lot of the, like, I think Water Diana really hurt Gembu a lot, and now that it's gone, it's like the turtle's back, baby.
Yeah.
And I don't think it really ever left. But
All right. Well, that about covers those announcements. Aside from that, we got a bunch of event updates and everything. They announced the Pantheon Pass at Worlds, which Silidar did answer my question that I sent into the dev stream, which was about if there's going to be a similar Pantheon Pass at Dallas, and he said yes. So that's exciting because we're going to Dallas. Dalton literally just booked the tickets today, so so we will be there, which we're very excited about. Um, but I'm excited about the Pantheon Pass. It's a lot of really good. The Platinum Pass is definitely like packed with value.
I think if
Um,
you're going to play Pantheon all weekend, that's definitely the pass to get.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
Which then
Um,
they take like $200.
that's what someone said. I don't know. I don't. Last I checked, they didn't announce prices for it yet.
Well, I think they're going off how much side event tickets cost, I think.
Yeah, so I guess we'll have to find out. Um, it's definitely 200. It's more than $200 in value because
Oh, yeah.
you get 1,000 Sylvie bucks from
It's definitely, yeah.
from the Platinum Pass. And that's
Yeah, you
just
can get the,
yeah, that's
yeah.
just this that's just the Sylvie Bucks part of it. Um you also get I think it's like 10 packs of RD or the newest set, the PRD when it comes out. You get 10 packs of that. A bunch I think I think it's two Pantheon packs. Um
Yeah.
every like and I think you get that reward like multiple times. um which you have a chance of pulling a barrier that sells for like a dummy amount of money, and then you also get at the very end the dungeon guide promo, which is going to sell for just a dummy amount of money as well. Like,
Yeah. From what I was talking with some of the guys local, like Kevin was saying, he's like, you can, I think with platinum, you can actually, because a lot of the more unattainable things on like the prize table was like those was how many Sylvie bucks that you needed, and it used to be really hard to do. But now, like with the Pantheon passes, you can get like the big card. When he said you can get like some of the more expensive Sylvie buck stuff is like uncut sleeved cards, like
yep.
just like,
oh,
and then
so Corey, it's actually a fact of that used to be easier because
oh
they gave you Sylvie bucks whenever you paid for your
oh
entrance for like silver and whatnot. Now they're giving vouchers, and only one voucher can be redeemed for each item or whatever that you're getting or whatever, or for each
okay.
transaction or whatever, which that counts towards $400, I believe it is. But the Pantheon players are the only ones that actually get Sylvie bucks. So they can sell their Sylvie bucks and whatnot for a higher rate due to the fact of that's the only method outside of like other side events to get Sylvie bucks itself.
Okay.
Cool.
So that's why like buying the Pantheon pass and whatnot is an immense and great value because people are going to go to those Pantheon players and be like, hey, do you have Sylvie bucks? I want to get this. I need XYZ amount. And if you have a good amount or whatever to give to them, you can upcharge. Like I think someone was talking about like possibly doing like $30 per 100 due to the fact of the limitation of everything. So like there is a ton that like the Pantheon players are going to get if you're doing Pantheon like all weekend basically.
Hells,
Yeah, like
yeah.
yeah. You can I know you can only get
One
certain
pass.
rewards.
Well, you can
Yeah.
get one pass too. Like so they did think about that. You know, for anyone that was trying to whale out and be like, yeah, I'm gonna get one of each pass and leave with a playset of dungeon guides. But
Mm-hmm.
so I'm glad they did put a limit on that. But it definitely I definitely like the way that they're going about doing that, and I'm
Yeah.
excited to. I'll be doing Pantheon. I'm not playing in the main event. For anyone that's wondering, Dalton and Corey are playing in the main event, so I'm just gonna enjoy myself and play Pantheon all weekend. And it definitely sounds like I'm gonna get my value out of it. So,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
so that was announced, and then they showed off some of the stuff at Worlds, which is pretty cool. And
I love FOMO.
yep,
Mm-hmm.
yep.
I love
Although,
FOMO.
well, a lot of that stuff's gonna be available at Dallas anyway. There most of that stuff will carry over to Dallas. So
Are we sure?
I know they said the I know there's the pre-orders for the Merlin figure are out right now, and they said once like pre-orders are done, the Merlin figure will be available at like the Ascent store.
Yeah, you just won't be able to get the little
mystery
box stuff.
gift.
The mystery
Yeah.
mystery box could be anything. It could even be a boat.
Mm-hmm.
Any theories on what it's gonna be, guys?
I think it's definitely gonna be a card for sure. The question is like because you know you spent 200 on the figure, like the question really is like is it a random chance of something, or are we, because it's only for the pre-orders, like are they going to guarantee it being like a valuable thing?
I'm thinking of possibly picking it up like closer to the end because apparently it's to like orders. So
Yeah.
pre-orders are available until August 15th.
Yep.
So I might pick it up near the end there. Like
I
if
think there's only 4 more available.
No, you're only able to purchase 4 per person, it seems like.
Okay.
Because that's what it said to me too. Like, I mean, like if you're that crazy and you want to buy 4 of them, I guess if you have a store or something, it makes sense. So, but
yeah. Well, the people who want the card,
yeah.
like the moment they saw mystery, they're like, I'm gonna scalp this shit.
Well, see, here's the other thing. So there you go. Like we have our answer. So basically, if you're buying, if they're limiting it to 4, that should tell you something because
Yeah.
4 is a playset of a card.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like it really. It has to be a card. That's usually what they do. Like Final Fantasy 14 used to do figures, and they used to give like a super emote or whatever, like a fancy ass emote in there.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, "Ah, this guy bought a $200 emote."
I mean,
I doubt it's going to be a champion.
It could also be. I mean, they could also just give you like a special thing for your Omnidex and stuff too.
That's the other theory was like, ooh, a special profile pick or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But like, which that would be, I don't know, that would feel kind of lame. Just to,
I don't know honestly, because like realistically, like you're getting the figure anyway because you like the way.
you know that's true.
It is a really really pretty figure. Like they did such a good job on that.
And it's actually from what the guys were talking about. They
Yo,
were
what's
like,
up? What's up, Trusty Steve?
Yeah, they were talking about it's actually a really good price for the quality of figure that you're getting. Because most
Hmm.
figures now that quality go for like 217, 214. So
Yeah,
Yeah, something like that. Yep.
it's a really pretty figure. Like I said, like I'm not the biggest Merlin fan and everything, but that figure is so nice.
I'll probably pick it up because I do got one spot for it up on my one shelf, but like I really because
Going
I
in
got a
my
bunch of figures in I got a bunch of figures in like my storage right now after I moved, but
it's
I'm
going in
like, do
my
I really
G
want
it's going in my GA shrine.
I might pick one of those up and maybe put it in my living room. But yeah, I like there's like that hell yeah that probably might be like one of the Sylvie ticket things to be able to get the Merlin statue.
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested to see what this mystery
Yeah.
gift is going to be.
Speaking of mystery gifts, apparently they figured out what the box toppers are at Anime Expo. They're like blank masteries, like Pantheon Barrier, Phasmagoria, stuff like that.
Oh, that's cool that they're doing. They haven't done that since. Wow, they haven't done that for a long time.
Yeah, there's reprints of the Atmos Shield. Apparently the flowers are there.
That's cool. So
Um,
you can take them to like the artists and have them like draw funny
yeah.
stuff on them. So,
Apparently they're
Let me see
like
what SP4 stuff is selling at, because
oh, that's
TCG
right.
Player finally has it listed.
Oh, I don't even want to look right now because like that's gonna be way over the top. I don't
most of the rares are $5 apparently.
I don't even want to see what Lily looks like.
Yeah. Oh hey, that is a Sylvie Buck idea. I wonder if you can get SP4 with that.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure. No, you can't because
Oh, that's
SP.
right, because that's for fundraising for
Yeah,
Ascent.
it's a fundraising thing. So you have
Yeah,
to buy
that's
the
right. That's
actual
right.
product of it. Yeah, yeah. I mean they're reasonably priced though. So
Yeah.
like it's not that they're not that bad. But um yeah. So I guess we'll get into the PRD spoilers now. Um, which they did spoil. I think they spoiled like all the exclusive starter deck stuff on the dev stream, and I know Corey was pretty hype about you were really concerned about Dante at first, and then all the stuff came out, and I know you're in a better headspace about it, and then
He's looking pretty good. I'm still worried about like the stuff he's gonna get in the set, but like as a card himself, like he could be worse.
yeah, and then I know Dalton like Dalton over there like squeaking over Lorraine.
Look, she's so good. She's so good.
And was it the new static mechanic? Well, we have the static mechanic, and then we have forget what it's called, the disease mechanic with Dante. So that uh that was pretty interesting. I guess it involves you having to have a another I can't remember the exact name. I'm still getting used to the
Anemian or an
Anemian.
Enemian?
Okay, Anemian. Yeah, you have to have like another Anemian like unit out, and like you get like a token, and it's like a child, and it has
The
this
test tube
Anemian
child.
disease. we're just
Sacrifice the child.
we're just sacrificing children now in Grand Archive. I guess that's how that works. But um, let's go over some of the stuff. So I guess we will. Dalton, we'll let you go over the Lorraine stuff because I know like that's your thing. So we'll read off some of these and we'll discuss them and try not to spend too much time on them.
Well, I mean, I'm going to only just do the cards that I think are relevant in regards to her. A lot of it's just filler for these newer cards.
Mm-hmm.
The only things that really matter are like the attacks and like the supportive arcana arcane cards for her level 3 and whatnot that we have.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense.
So we'll start off with the level 2, Lorraine Honed Operative. Obviously, Lorraine Lineage. On enter, banish up to 3 at random from your memory. For each card banished this way, draw a card into memory. If that card is advanced element, put a durability counter on a sword weapon you control, and it gets +1 power until the end of turn. I mean,
Yeah.
come on, that just
Well,
screams like.
yeah, so we're continuing the trend of like strong level 2s. So basically since DTR, um both Diana and CL had really strong uh level 2 abilities, and it seems like we're continuing that onward now. Which I think is good because we don't want to end up with another Tony situation where like it literally does nothing for the longest time, and they have to make a proxy a card to fix the problem.
Mhm.
So,
Well,
uh,
like the whole catch to this is you have to look at it this way. So whatever the 3 cards are that you're banishing from your memory are immediately replaced. Okay, so you're going and digging 3 cards deeper and whatnot. And if they were dead cards in your hand anyways, this is going to help out fix up your hand in that mid game that you need. As well as if it just so happens to be an advanced element, you're setting up your level 3 turn, as well as you're making it so that way basically you can have the same amount of power as you would if you would went to the other level 2 Lorraine. You just don't get the extra draw advantage off of like on kill hits.
mhm. From what I understood, it seems like um one strategy is to play that Lorraine and the other level 2 Lorraine for
Mm-hmm.
different um you know
Matches, yep.
different utilities. Yeah. Uh, but no, she really sounds like a really good. It fits the arcane theme of banishing stuff and all that. So, uh, sounds like a really strong card. Corey, what do you think?
I mean, I think she looks good. Static seems like an interesting mechanic.
Well, we're about to get into that. We're not on
uh,
that yet. We're talking about the
We're
level
just
2.
at the level 2.
I mean,
I don't
obviously,
know, like cards are like drawing more cards are good. I not really
yeah,
much
and
else
you
to
get a
say.
durability counter. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
that
like
that's that's
it's a
strong.
super angelic channeling in my opinion.
Yeah, that's really strong. Um, Obviously the level 1 is just a new artwork of the level 1 that brings out a sword, so nothing new there. But
And she has a
Yep.
CSR now, so that's gonna be dummy expensive.
Mm-hmm.
yep, yep. So now you have a way to get them that's not a CUR,
Yep.
because all three, not all three, the level 1. Well, no, there were 3 because Spirit Ruler was a CUR too. So because I believe in the original Dawn of Ashes, like all the big hits were like all CUR.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why Sylvie like is stupid expensive.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, what's the level 3 do, Dalton?
So Lorraine Arclight Saber, obviously Lorraine lineage. On enter, put a level static counter on Lorraine. Then for each of up to 7 arcane element cards in your banishment, put another static counter on Lorraine. So because you're level 3, you get 3 counters on her right to begin with, and then for every other arcane card in your banishment, you get an additional static counter. And basically, static basically is whenever an arcane element unit deals combat damage to an object, you may remove a static counter from that unit and deal 1 damage to that object that was dealt damage. Um, so I mean, easily with Lorraine, I mean, if you have a static counter on your weapon, you have a static counter on Lorraine, you swing into something, you pull a static counter from both of them, you deal an extra 2 damage to them.
Can you remove
So
all of them at once, or is it only one
it's only
per?
1 at a time. So because the weapon is being utilized and the champion is utilized, they're both technically dealing the damage. So hence why you're able to remove a counter from both to ping for 2.
Yeah.
Lorraine gets chain lightning.
Yes, I look, man, I love burn as a kid, and this is just giving me like old fashioned burn tactics where it's like, okay, whenever you do damage, you're going to take an extra 1 or 2, and it's like, oh man, this is just perfect. This is great.
Now it is spell damage. I know they did say that.
Correct.
Or non-combat damage, I should say. They did say that
Correct.
during the dev stream to make sure that like everyone was aware that that is non-combat damage. So certain things are gonna be a bit of a pain in the ass when it comes to static, because it deals the damage individually, right? So like if you hit with
Correct.
Lorraine with a weapon, it deals an extra 1 and then an extra 1. So a
Correct.
card like Vapor Jet Shield just shits on that.
Vapor Jet Shield. If you're against the player playing Claret Reimagine, it would stop the additional 1 damage.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? The one Fantasia that you play in Chessman Alice. I forget what it's called. Um, it prevents 2 or whatever, and you can sack it out your recollection and draw a card.
Yeah.
That prevents it as well. There's a ton of different ways to prevent, so it doesn't make the static like ability super busted, but it does increase the amount of damage threshold that you have for the deck without having to play a ton of extra cards in your material deck to increase damage, like how you did with Kingslayer, or not Kingslayer, Crux Knight.
Yeah. And I know they said that they like these starter decks were going to be very low difficulty so that new
Hmm.
players could pick them up and everything. Um so you know, that kind of falls into that power level of like it's not something that you have to go through all these hoops to get like this huge reward at the end of it.
Hmm.
So that that kind of suits the power scaling there a bit. Um
Yeah.
but what else do we have for for Lorraine here?
All right, so conductive strike. Conductive strike gets plus X power, where X is the amount of other or of objects you control with 1 or more static counters on them. So if Lorraine has 1, your weapon has 1, and let's say another arcane element unit has 1, it gets +3, meaning that it swings for 4. But the best part of it is that on hit, you may pay 2, and if you do, put a static counter on each arcane element object you control, which would include your champion, weapon, etc. Um, which is just mint.
Mm-hmm. No, that makes sense. And speaking of other arcane units that you can use, what's the one from RDO that
Stormblade Squire.
yes, Stormblade Squire. If you do not have your playset of Stormblade Squire, I would highly suggest it is a rare. So, I would highly suggest going and picking up a playset of them before. I'm not going to say for sure that it's going to be, you know, the busted card to go to or something in the list, but you might want to make sure you have a set of them just in case, because it is a decent arcane warrior unit to use for the deck.
It's baby Pendragon basically.
Yeah.
Except you banish 1 from your memory instead of putting a card back into your material deck. So like it's worth it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
you can't complain about getting a body on board and then getting a card right away into your hand.
No, and that's going to be one of those things that like if you don't have a play set of and it becomes like a staple in the deck, you don't have them, you're going to be looking at like
Mhm.
a high price tag. So pick them up while they're
Yeah.
cheap.
I got 6 play sets myself.
All
um
right. So what else we got? Let's try to speed through this a bit more.
so Rumble Coordinator isn't the greatest, so I'm skipping over that. We're going to go right down to her weapons next. Um so the 0 cost arcane sword fulminator rising storm, Lorraine bonus fulminator enters the field with level -2 static counters on it. So obviously if you're level 3, it enters with 1 counter on it. So it just gives you a free sword that is able to hit for 1 extra damage basically.
Mm-hmm.
It is a 1/3, so that's not bad. But the one thing I'm really more interested in is the Veltec accessory that you want to link to it. So the Veltec accessory is called Jovian Hilt X Ultra. It has a weapon link. It is a regalia, and it says on enter, put a durability counter on linked weapon. Then if that weapon has 1 or more static counters on it, put 2 static counters on Jovian Hilt X Ultra, and the linked weapon gets +2 power. So meaning that obviously because it is linked to it, it is a separate instance of that card dealing damage. So technically, if you have Lorraine with a stat counter, the sword with a stat counter, and Jovian Hilt X Ultra with a stat counter on it, you would technically be dealing 3, each has 1 damage pings when it hits.
Yep.
So
Yep. That's
it's
pretty.
just it's really really solid for what it does. So
Yeah. They definitely sounds like a cool mechanic. So
mhm.
I just my only concern is the it dealing individual pings of 1, like, and there's a lot of stuff that shuts off non-combat damage like that.
Mhm.
So um I need to see what else uh there is for Lorraine. Like, I know we did get a set spoiler card for a unique ally that's really good for.
Well, I will get to that here in a second, but
Yeah.
there's one last starter deck card I think really needs to be touched on for
Mhm.
Arcane specifically, which is Arrest Lightning. Arrest Lightning states prevent the next X damage that we dealt to target unit this turn, where X is the amount of stat counters on that unit. So depending upon how many you banish off your level 2, you could have 6 static counters on your champion.
Mhm.
So being able to prevent 6 damage at all, like at any point in time, it's not like it's stopped by like spell damage, etc. It's just a generic barrier for 6 damage, basically.
Yep. That's pretty
It's
good.
just it's superb. And then on top of that, you have the pay 1, banish this card from your graveyard, put a static counter on target arcane element object you control, and each object linked to it. Meaning that if your sword is linked to the sheath, basically, you get to put 2 counters between the 2 of them.
Yep. That's pretty solid.
Yep.
Did you guys see Package Courier?
Yeah, it's on enter hasty messenger basically.
Yep.
I didn't know if that was in there because I know it was in the spoiler Discord.
Mhm.
That was put yesterday, and I'm like, oh, this thing's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, not
Yep.
much to talk about there. It's just it's another good way for fire to cycle cards. I'm just getting a little off topic here. Uh, it's on enter. Discard draw basically.
Yeah,
Hmm.
well, it's still a good.
No, no, no. It is.
It's
Yeah.
part of Lorraine's starter deck, so that's what.
Yep. So really good card, but anyway, I guess to finish off Lorraine, we'll talk about the set spoiler for or the unique ally. Dalton, go ahead and run that one by so we can move to Corey and he can talk about Dante.
So Pagard Knight Rider. While paying for this card's reserve cost, you may remove up to 4 static counters from among objects you control. Each counter removed this way pays for 1 of that cost. It is a 7 cost ally. The best part is that it has class bonus, so it's Assassin Warrior, Spell Shroud Stealth. As long as Picard is attacking a champion, she gets +4 power.
Yep, it's pretty. She hits for 7, so she's pretty strong.
Well, and the
Yeah.
best part is that the only way to kill it easily right now in the format is Smoke Out.
Mm-hmm.
And like nothing else really has a way to get around her outside of like cleaving the board really. So like she's like really mint, and it's like you can play it with rallied advances to be able to restand her and swing again, and it's just like
Yeah, she's
mm.
she's really strong. So definitely a good card. Although I'm still not thrilled. I don't know what her regular rarity is going to be. I don't know if she's going to be an SR. I hope they don't. I guess she wouldn't be a UR because they made her a CSR.
I would
So,
hope not.
so I'm pretty
She
sure she
should be an
wouldn't.
SR.
Yeah, most likely. That's fine then if she's an SR. Um, I just like I really want them to get away from these like UR, um, champ,
Allies.
yeah, unique ally champion or not champion, unique allies. Um, yeah. So moving on to Dante, our new uh our new champion. I guess before we get onto that, we'll touch real quick because there's not really much to talk about yet on this, but we did get a new champion reveal. I forget what her name is. It begins with a C.
No, it's S. It's Sabella.
Oh, Sabella. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it Sabella? I thought Sabella was the card for Crux.
Oh, sorry. Oh no, it is
Isabella is the card for
Castella.
Crux.
Yeah.
Pastel. Yeah, I was about to say. I swear it started with a C. Before he got Crux on the brain. But no. So she looks like she's gonna be like a harmony melody type champion, basically. We don't really have any information other than her name, and I think we don't even really know. We know somewhat of what she looks like because she's in card art for something.
Yeah, she's in a couple card arts.
Yeah, but the whole world's theme is based around her and this whole like idol type energy that she's got going. So I'm real interested to see what that's all about. So that's gonna be pretty cool.
Well, like one of her cards revolves around banishing a champion with the level 3 or higher from your material deck. So that is a thing too.
Oh,
So
really? I didn't know that.
well,
Is she going to super place herself?
it like has her on the art called the Weight of Looking Up. You may banish a champion card with base level 3 or higher from your material deck. If you do, draw the card in your memory, and it has float. But like it's a cleric skill, so
Interesting.
like is she going to be a cleric? Because like a lot of her stuff is cleric tamer stuff. So and then there's also like
I really wonder how this is gonna pan out. I guess we'll find out. But
yeah,
no, she sounds really cool. They definitely have to be careful what they make for harmonies and melodies because we already have 2 that have been blacklisted. So
But remember, we got one neutered back.
yeah. So I guess we'll have to see what goes on here. But moving back to Dante, Corey, have at it, man. Talk about Dante's stuff.
I wouldn't really call myself like knowledgeable on mage stuff, but I'm gonna read it off.
It's not a knowledgeable thing. We're just talking about the cards in general.
But Dante level 1, Prodigal Swain, on enter summon an Elysian test subject token. So they kind of put it out there that one of his, I guess, mechanics is Elysian Aurora, and the token ally it's a 0 cost cleric Elysian human. So he has two subtypes, Elysian and Anenian, and I guess that rolls around the board. I forgot exactly what they were talking about there.
It's like a blood virus or something like that.
Yeah, but as long as you can Elysian aura, as long as you can control an object with Elysian aura, Anenian spell cards you activate or you own activate and resolve as if your champion got +2 level. Does not stack. So I guess you only need one on the board. So you could have multiple ones, but I guess they won't stack. Yeah, reading that now, that would be disgusting.
So on that, just want to touch base on that. We do have a Pantheon boon that acts on tokens that are, I think it's like 1 cost or less.
Yeah.
So Dante and Pantheon can spam those.
Yeah, but it says it doesn't stack though.
No, but you could still have multiple of the subjects for whatever purpose.
My favorite thing on this though, because whenever like as someone who plays Tony and loves like the drone version of it, they are easily gotten rid of. So this one has stealth. It's a 0/2, so unless you actively like buff the hell out of it, she won't do nothing. She'll just stay there. But at least she can't get whacked on by allies unless you really want to dedicate an ally with True Sight, which at the moment there isn't many True Sight allies besides the Water Horse. At least that I know of that are anywhere
We did get a
remotely.
generic 3-cost 2/3 with True Sight. If you're level 1 plus, I think it came out of I think it was PTM. It came out of,
Yeah,
but it hasn't
but
been really
yeah,
used.
but like they can still ping her away. But like that's honestly looking on it. If they want to dedicate a spell to wipe her off the face of the earth, then I guess they can do. But it seems like there are a couple ways to get him out in the starter deck. I'm assuming there's going to be more ways to get her out. Um, but moving on, some of his spells, he is a water starter deck. But Anenian Ward, 1-cost norm, prevent the next 2 damage that would be dealt to a target unit this turn. Class bonus, Cleric Mage. Level 3 plus, so it goes into his token mechanic. So even at level 1, Dante is a level 3, which is actually pretty neat.
Yeah, it's pretty
Draw a
solid.
card. And then and it's draw a card. And so not drawing the memory, draw a card, so it immediately replaces itself, which is pretty sweet. Next one is 3-cost water spell, fast speed. Um, and both of these are Anenian spells, which that is apparently important in this deck. So, Anenian Frost Lance, deal 2 damage to target unit, class bonus level 3. If that unit is rested, deal 4 to it instead. Class bonus level 6. If that unit is rested, deal 8 damage to it instead. So, and it is just class bonus mage, so, really, like I guess Merlin can easily use it. Kong Ming can use it. But it is nice to have like another water mage spell that doesn't revolve around Deluge. Anesian Frozen Shunt, 2-cost water. Cleric Mage reaction. If a unit is attacking, end the combat phase, so it gets it's a special Song of Frost, class bonus level 4, draw a card into your memory. So
That's
really,
gonna be so busted in Diao Chan because it is a spell reaction.
Yeah.
That's Cleric Mage.
Yeah.
Oh god, that's gonna be so gross.
Yeah.
And that's water, you said?
Yeah, water, yeah.
Yep. Fucking
And
practices.
then class bonus level 4 plus, draw a card into your memory.
Yep. That's gonna be kind of ugly.
Moving on to some material deck stuff. Well, actually, in a domain, which Epicurean Institute, 1-cost norm, domain, siegeable laboratory. At the beginning of your recollection phase, sacrifice Epicurean Institute and draw a card. On destroy, summon an Elysian test subject. It's a 3 siege domain. It's pretty okay. I find it funny that it's just not actually bad in Tony because you get a free draw and you get a token. So you can use it in Sword Tony if you want, or you can use it in
you could turn it into a sword. That's so
yeah.
funny.
And like if they really want to destroy it, that's 3 damage that you're not taking
Well,
because
yeah,
they
and then
basically
you still get the token anyway. So-
yeah, exactly. So I'm actually kind of thinking of it. That's actually kind of funny. Um, uh, Regalia Mage Artifact, 0-cost Gen Code Womb. Dante bonus, pay 3, banish Gen Code Womb. If you don't control an Elysian object, summon an Elysian test subject token. Otherwise, draw a card into memory.
Yeah, special backup charger for him. So
Yep.
yeah, another backup charger. Which, just to touch on that real quick, I really do think they're gonna reprint backup charger in this set, especially going back to automatons and everything.
Yeah.
It honestly would be the perfect time to reprint it and make it accessible for new players coming in that can't
Staring at
afford.
$60 a pop right now.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
I really feel like this is where we're gonna see a backup charger reprint.
Well, I mean, it's sort of needed because
yeah.
I mean, if you looked at the most recent like Nats and whatnot, of the 129 decks or whatever, 81 of them were playing backup charger.
Mm-hmm.
So, sort of needed at this point.
Yep. Anyway,
Yeah.
go ahead, Corey.
Yep. And then level 2 Dante, Anenian Initiate. Dante lineage, on enter, scavenge 10 for an Anenian spell card. So it allows you to draw like you can draw the Song of Frost, you can draw the deal 8 to arrested unit if you wanted to, or 4. It's not bad. I think it allows you to kind of like get an extra card on top. So it's basically a +1. And there's probably even more that we don't even know about. So super solid level 2 in my opinion. Next up we have so I don't know if has heightened spellcraft been a spell before.
Yeah, that came out
Okay.
of the
That's what I
that
thought.
came out of the Kongming. It's the
That's what I thought. Yeah.
yeah, the 1 cost and power 3
For
with float.
3. Yeah. Cat fast speed. Magus Initiate. I don't know. I also don't know if that's been reprinted, but class bonus on enter and power 2 on death draw a card. It's a 2 cost 1/1. Cleric mage human. So I don't know if Dante will play that. It seems it's not a bad card, but I don't really know. This one's kind of interesting. Keen Tidebinder, 3 cost water, mage human, class bonus whenever you empower for the first time each turn. Tidebinder gets +2. Class bonus floating memory. It's a 1/3, so it becomes a 3/3. It's okay. I don't really know if Dante's going to be playing allies, but level 3. Now we're on to the Exia stuff. For he is an Exia unit for people who were nowhere.
I did. So when we were trying to figure out what the level 3 did, I did call this correctly. So that was pretty cool to see.
Yeah. Level 3 Dante Hemomancer. Whenever an empowered spell action source you control deals damage for the first time, you may recover 2. X, rest him, deal X unpreventable damage to Dante and empower X. X can't be 0 or greater than 4. So he doesn't have. There's been a lot of discussion about Dante. Like, is he like worth it? Because he doesn't have immortal. He does have a lot of recover stuff though. And I think empowering 4 is pretty good.
He also has which I know you're going to get into in a second here. He has items that are regalia that will help increase his health threshold.
Yeah. Next card, Hemoflux Drain, 5 cost. I think this one was revealed before, I think. But class bonus, damage 20 plus. And it is a Nenian spell. This card costs 3 less to activate. Deal level damage to target unit. Then recover X, where X is the amount of damage dealt this way. But it is a slow cost spell.
Yeah.
This seems to be like one of his main damage dealing spells at the moment. The damage 20 plus is a little spooky, but it's definitely a solid card. So yeah, deal level damage. So as long as you can empower it and get them up there, seems pretty solid. And plus you recover. I just kind of wish it was fast speed, personally. Next card, Blood Surge. This card is nutty. Blood Surge, 2 cost, class bonus, draw a card. Level 5 plus, damage 10 plus, draw another card. Level 9 plus, damage 20 plus, draw another card. Until the end of turn, you can't draw cards. Slow speed spell. A 2 cost for 3. Super pot agreed. I find that pretty solid. Uh, and I guess as long as you don't have another way of um another way of like drawing cards, this isn't bad. I guess being able to spam this thing would be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because boy howdy, your hand will be a brick. Um, more cards. Exia Mage, Elysian Aspirant. Zero cost. Elysian Aura.
Is that the
If
Exia
an
child?
yeah, if an Anenian spell source you control would deal damage to one or more units, it deals that much damage plus one to those units instead. On death, you may have Elysian Aspirant deal 2 unpreventable damage to your champion. If you do, draw a card. It's a 0 attack, 2 health unit. Seems okay. I do wonder if they're gonna have like more like widespread board stuff for Anenian spells.
Yeah, as a mage, you're probably gonna have a board wipe.
Yeah. Now we're moving on to the Regalia stuff, which has been a very a very widely discussed thing with some things with Jin. Because one cost, Venus Core, Regalia item, Mage accessory, Elysian. An additional cost to materialize this card, sacrifice an Elysian ally. Elysian Aura, your champion gets +5. Dante bonus, damage 25 plus. Anenian spell card activations you control cannot be negated. Now this one is disgusting. um, Crimson Vein, 0 cost, Exia, Cleric Mage artifact. Class bonus, Crimson Vein enters the field with 3 blood counters on it. Whenever you recover, put a blood counter on Crimson Vein. Your champion gets +X health, where X is the amount of blood counters on Crimson Vein.
Yeah.
Yeah, this card is really good, and I hate that when I think of this card, I don't think of Dante, I think of Jin. And I'm not looking forward to a 50 health Jin.
Yeah.
Because I am thinking Jin is going to abuse the shit out of this card. But these things are very solid for Dante, especially Crimson Vein. Kind of makes me wonder if water will probably be the way to go with him. And Vinoa's core seems to be pretty good. I need to see how many more Elysian allies we get.
I'm sure there's gonna be a good amount that we get.
The test subject is one of them. It is an Elysian human.
Mm.
So but I guess at the moment Dante has a guaranteed 30. Then if you get Crimson Vein out, 33, and then
Every time you recover, you just get more.
yeah. So but also we get some more cards. We get a reprint of Frostbind, yay. Memory Evocation. This card is really good. 3 cost, fast speed, water, and an additional cost activate this card. Banish a card with floating memory from your graveyard. Draw 2 cards.
Yep.
Return of Lost of Thought. And then 4 cost, spell speed, spell shield Exia. Class bonus, this card costs 2 less to activate. The next time damage will be dealt to your champion this turn, prevent that damage and recover X instead.
Yep, I called that too when we were talking about
where X
Exia.
is the amount of damage prevented this way. Very good card. Also, Jin.
Yeah, definitely. I called that one too. So
oh man. I'm really happy with the stuff he gets, but I'm just like, oh yay, more Jin.
Wait, what was the cost on Spell Shield?
4.
Okay. Is it class bonus reduction?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so you get the benefit of class bonus reduction. for Dante with Dante, but for Jin you have to pay 4 still.
Yeah, but I think if you nail it off of that one card, it's a 2 cost anyways, right?
Only if you're on low influence.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're talking see the intercession.
Yeah.
No, that's
But yeah.
yeah, Dante's gonna be really good. Get your copies of what was it, Transfusive Aura from RDO.
Yeah.
Oh, not only that, but also Tassel and Tome too. Because Tassel and Tome aren't Jin locked.
No, but I don't know if they'll actually. I think Dante's gonna have.
Home is a little risky.
Yeah,
I think Tassel will be used for Crimson Vein.
that's a possibility.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a high. Crimson Vein is what, a 1 cost, right?
0 cost.
Oh, it's a 0. Oh yeah, then that thing is
That's why I'm saying you have to protect it. If you
Yeah.
really want to go the Dante route, you basically have to play QSG with Tassel.
Yep,
Crimson Vein,
unless there's another way to protect it in there. But
yeah,
that
because right now Tassel is so expensive because no one's buying.
Tassel's bought out.
Shit. Well.
Yeah, you can't even get hold of it even if you wanted to.
Oh shit.
Yep.
That
That's what
would
I'm saying,
surprise me. Yeah. Jeez, that card's so damning.
Oh boy.
Well, that also doesn't help that no one's buying RDO. I mean,
A and B alter.
more
A and B alter.
alter. No one's
Yeah.
buying that shit. So, like, yeah, it's yeah. I'm not looking forward to having to find Tassel because I
Well,
wasn't
you don't have
Tassel.
to find it. If you need to use one for like events and stuff, you can just use mine.
I appreciate it because like at the time I wasn't gonna pay $30 for it, and I thought it would go down, but
Yeah, you're
full
good.
full for Corey, Shane Corey, ding dong.
No, you're good. You can use mine.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
no, I'm really impressed with these starter deck products.
Yeah.
They actually have some really strong cards in them.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I think Dante's strategy, like if you compare it to like Lorraine and him, I think Lorraine probably has the more solid strategy. But I'm really hoping like that Dante gets some stronger cards in the set because even with all this like extra health, having 25 health is a little scary, and then you have to hit certain thresholds to get certain abilities, and that's a little worrisome to me.
Yeah.
Just because like it's like you try to go for a kill line and you deal damage to yourself, and then someone just goes respond fireball or respond blow you up, and it's kind of like, oh well, fuck me, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only thing I'm a little worried about. But like, I think with Crimson Vein and like all the health options Water has now, I think that Dante's probably in a really good spot. And the fact that he can just kind of slowly build up his own like health like damage threshold back up because he can just tap himself and power 4 deal 4 damage. So I think as long as you know, like you still got to do the Exia math, you know, but I think I'll have a lot of fun with him, and I think he might be a little more of like a higher skill ceiling just because you have to kind of have to mess with that. But
Yeah,
we'll see. Like it, yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to see. I'm really interested to see what both Lorraine and Dante's ultra rare is going to be.
Yeah.
Because that's typically how these things go. They get like an ultra rare like regalia or spell or both that benefit the strategy. I'm gonna go out on a limb and guess that Dante is gonna get an SR unique ally in Virgil.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'm pretty sure Virgil's going to be a unique ally SR, and probably I can't even begin to fathom like what Virgil might do. If they mirror Lorraine, I think Virgil will be Exia as well, just to kind of keep it in that end game strategy area. Uh, Maybe something to do with adding more health to Dante, because it really seems like Dante wants to generate a bunch of health for himself so that you can deal more damage, or like, you know, you can increase that threshold. So, but I guess we will have to wait and see. Maybe more spoilers from where they at Anime Expo right now. I think is where
Yeah,
they're currently at.
possibly, definitely. What do you think? You think they're going to go through most of the set or at Worlds?
Oh, guaranteed.
Worlds will probably have like one of those events where they go and spoil the whole set, because that's a week
Yeah,
before set release.
yeah.
So I believe that's a world premiere type type.
And
Don't
spoiler
forget,
seasons,
Dallas is also world premiere too.
is it?
Yeah, Dallas is world premiere. That's one thing I was reading up on the tickets and everything. There's a world premiere during the event
Oh
Nice.
shit!
for the
Yeah.
next set. Yep.
No,
Hell yeah!
I agree, Steve. Yeah, he will 1000% have Elysian aura.
Yeah, that seems to be like the main mechanic for Dante,
hmm I
and
just
I and
hope
I
that they give Virgil the same treatment as that ally for Lorraine,
oh
because
Picardia, yeah.
yeah, I feel like that card, like giving that card stealth and spell shroud and making it super sticky and everything. I really feel like if you have a, because lore wise, that character is very important to Lorraine in the lore. So from what we've come to understand through like card art and things, but I'm really hoping they give Virgil the same respect, and we don't just have another bad caster situation like we did with Kong Ming and Yao Chan and all that stuff, when all those first came out, and we just didn't have good support for them right off the rip. And it took, like, because like Kong Ming especially, she sucked coming out of the starter deck. She sucked after even with A and B support. She sucked with HVN support, and then it took till AM AMB Alter and RDO before she finally really started getting some decent stuff. And if you ask me, that is entirely too long for certain champions, like especially when you're trying to push a champion as a starter deck champion. You know, a new player is going to pick that deck up, and they're going to want to build on that deck, and it's a real feel bad moment when you get to that point and realize like, oh, there's a hard ceiling on this. And I really hope that, from what I've seen so far, everything looks really solid. Like, um I know with Kong Ming and everything, like the starter product really wasn't fantastic, and neither was Jin. Like, I know Kong Ming was the better of the two, starter deck versus starter deck wise. Like, Jin was just a mess, but Jin at least was more playable after adding cards from the set, whereas Kong Ming just wasn't. So, like, Kong Ming only saw success through Razor Gale at that point. But anyway, I just really hope that's my soapbox rant right now. I really hope they don't pull that same thing with Dante here, because I really feel like it would be a missed opportunity. So, and we need more name bonus stuff, not class bonus stuff. Like, if you're gonna give Dante cool tools to use, give Dante cool tools to use. Don't let Merlin steal them all away.
Man, fuck Merlin.
Like I just think it's really because like I don't think they want to like. I think it's a hard struggle
Yeah.
because like you don't want just like from what I've heard, like Flesh and Blood kind of has this problem where like there are nice sets, but those sets are only for certain archetypes. So
Mm-hmm.
like if you're like a player who plays Guardian and you want stuff out of like PRD, but there's no Guardian stuff, and there could be a card that would be great in Guardian, but it's like champ bonus only, and it's like, well, I don't have any reason to buy this set. And
Mm-hmm.
I think unfortunately, like when you make mage stuff, you got to make stuff for like Merlin, and it's like, oh well, Merlin could probably use this better than Dante can, and it is a feel bad moment, but I think that like they have to kind of keep making this, and I think maybe putting bonuses on certain XE cards might be nice, but I feel like that does kind of limit like the usability for other archetypes too, where it's like you have all this cool like advanced element stuff, but it's only usable in um that archetype alone. Kind of like
Mm-hmm.
how like as much as I don't like that like CL can use that heal like 8 to 10 card, it would kind of feel
Oh
bad if like
yeah.
only Dark
Well,
Owls could
so
use it.
so I'm just gonna point this out with like like let's compare Dante to Jin here real quick. Um, like Jin just got a bunch of really good support cards in RDO, but they're all Jin bonus. So
Yeah.
Dante can't even use them. Like seething
No,
in
no, Dante can use that.
Yeah, see, the intercession isn't gym bonus locked.
I thought
The
that one
cost
was.
reduction is the cost reduction is locked for, but the banish 3 is not.
Okay. Well, I know the one damage card, uh, the damage prevention card is the one that puts a durability on a weapon, um, and lets you proc its effects again.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's Jim bonus, and then I know some of his other stuff is like either class locked
Yeah.
or Jin bonus.
Yeah, like some of them isn't bad. Like if it's like their like main relic or whatever, like I don't mind that. I just like every single card to come out of a set. Like only this champion can use it if it's advanced
Mm-hmm.
element.
Yeah,
I don't. I think it does limit deck building options a little bit, but like it does suck when like another champion can use that card so much better than the champion that it's the set was designed for. Like it does kind of feel bad, but like I do get it to a degree because you want people to buy those sets and whatnot, and it's like if you only have like a one deck player, like I only play this, and like imagine if like all these cool cards that Rye could use finally after a while only Dante could use, and it's kind of like because like Dante can use a lot. I mean, Rye could use a lot of the water stuff, which is pretty sick.
Mm-hmm.
So like water rhyme might become a little more viable.
I do like that they revived the level, like the hard level mechanic, um, with Dante, where like he becomes like permanently level 3 as long as you have another uh was it Elysian? I think that's the keyword. As long as you have another Elysian unit out, uh, I do like that they brought back that permanent level gain, and it's not completely reliant around Empower. So, it does open up some of those older card possibilities for him that other decks would have struggled to play. Basically, like so like a good card to play in there would be uh oh my gosh, I can't remember it. It was played in Kongming. It came in the Kongming starter deck. It's a 2 cost water with generic float, and if you're level 3 plus, you get to draw a card into your memory when you play it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but with Dante, so in Kongming you would have had to empower to get that effect. Whereas with Dante, you can just play it, get the cycle, and have the float.
I don't think you're right in regards to that.
What do you mean?
Um, I think you're thinking of the token incorrectly. Because I thought it was only when you play Neiman spells that boost happens.
Is it? I didn't hear.
Anemone spells you own activate and resolve
Ah.
as if your champion got +2
Oh, okay.
level.
Never mind. Never mind. Scratch that.
Correct.
I didn't hear that part. My bad.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I think you're wrong in regards to that, but regardless, still, Dante being flat out level 3 and being able to empower 4 at the cost of 4 life and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just off the top of my head, spitballing and whatnot. That means your fireball is 8 damage. That means your purge and flames cost 1. That means anything that has efficiency that's 8 or lower is either free or cost 1.
No, no, because that still counts the same way.
Really? For efficiency?
Because remember, it says any Indian spells you cast act as if he's at that number. He's not at that number generically. What that's saying.
Well, no. I'm not talking about the token. I'm talking about the Dante himself on level 3. Because he empowers up to 4 basically.
Yeah, okay. That, yes.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking. I'm not even talking about the token. I'm talking about just generically Dante on his own, in regards to like generic stuff that could possibly work for him.
No,
if we're talking Anemian, I mean, there is a. I'm willing to bet you he's going to get a ton of different things, that he's going to be able to use. But I mean, basically, he has his own like, fireball basically, but it heals you as well, which is just solid overall.
Yeah, I agree, Steve. I really hope that the spells are good.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. Like, I just hope he gets something that like makes him like at least like playable. If that's the word, like where he just doesn't get rolled over. Because like it feels bad when that happens. Like, oh, this champion's so cool. Aesthetically, he looks so cool. All his stuff is kind of doo-doo garbage.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Like it's like it sucks. Like, because like he looks so cool, and I really want to play him. And like, so, like like on paper, he seems pretty solid in my opinion. But then like you get the set, and it's like one more billion cards for Lorraine, and Dante gets a little bit.
That's how I felt about Kongming when I was trying to play it in the beginning, because all the stuff came out. I really liked the wins mechanic and learning how to manipulate that. And then just constantly being told like, oh well Merlin can use this better. And it felt so bad because it was true. Like, and that's the issue, is that the fact of it being true was the big issue there. Like, basically you play Kongming level 1 to unlock the wins, and then you keep yourself facing a certain direction, so you can either stay north and have access to Mantra, which heals you for like a ridiculous amount in Merlin, because Merlin generically just gains levels over time. So Mantra can just infinitely scale at that point. So you just have an oh shit button whenever you feel like using it. Or you can go west at the end of the turn because you're not leveling up that turn anyway. And then you have access to the barrier that prevents was it 1+ level damage. And if you're facing west, if your winds are facing west, you draw a card into memory. So it replaces itself, and you get like a stupidly high, and this is a lingering shield. It's not just one that just pops immediately. So Merlin at level 10, you get a shield of 11. And it's like,
oh yeah.
What was that, Corey?
Oh, I was saying, I also forgot they did showcase another mage spell called Convergence Beam when they were showing off the Curio foil, which does look hella sick. I love the way it looks. It looks like a CRTV kind of. Deal 1 damage to target unit. If you control a fractal object, deal 3 damage to that unit instead.
Also
yeah,
showed
because
slow
fractals
speed.
needed that.
They also showed
yeah, and it's also fast speed. So 1 spell for Fractal, baby.
They also had slow speed creative without the shock.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Yeah.
there is one thing I do want to bring up though. So like, we do know 2 cards that we can play before we hit level 3 that are Nemean spells and whatnot, which is Frost Lance and Frozen Shunt. They're both Nemean spells.
Yeah.
Frost Shunt or Frozen Shunt, you don't get the full effect until you're level 2 if you have the token. But the other one, Frost Lance, I mean, being able to just deal 4 damage to a unit that's attacking you is pretty solid.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like I'm excited for that spell. And then you also got stuff like
We
it's
also have a Nemean Ward also too.
yeah.
So we have 3 cards technically that were revealed from the starter deck to
Anenian
actually
Anenian
do
Ward is so solid.
it.
Like just the fact that like it replaces itself and you can protect like you can even protect your like token if you want to.
I mean,
Which
you could play a Nemean Ward to prevent 2 damage. You draw one. Oh, never mind. It's not draw 1 memory. Damn it! I was gonna say if it's draw 1 memory, that's a free basic level up to level 2.
Yep.
Damn.
no, like
Dang
I
it.
kind of like it being draw to hand,
Mhm.
just because like it is nice. But like if water is the play for him, which honestly with how much like recovery that you want, because I guess it depends how good his Exia recovery is. I guess they say that like how viable fire would be for him.
Mhm.
But like I think like without like should have plenty of float, and I guess besides the devious um card that shuts off float, like it should be easy to get to level 2 with them.
Yeah.
And, yeah, and
Oh,
who
no
knows?
doubt.
Maybe the Rye Wind level up strat would be the go for him, which I don't think it will be because you want to banish arcane spells and the and out of play,
Yeah.
whereas
Mhm.
Dante you don't want to. But who knows? Who knows
Yep.
what we'll get for Dante? Like they actually did show off a Wind Dante spell. Where was it?
Oh yeah, it looked like a vat.
Yeah, they showed it off in the lore segment, which they did show off some of the new Power Cell stuff, which is really cool.
Oh, speaking of which,
Uh,
did either of you guys read the lore article?
I didn't get a
no,
chance to yet.
yeah.
I've been too
Okay.
busy at work.
Oh
All right.
yeah, scavenge 6 for a ally card. If the scavenge card is an Elysian, draw a card in your memory. It's called Destined Encounter, which
Hmm.
I guess that means the ally strat for Dante probably is how he's gonna work. Maybe the way the win card reads.
Yeah, I didn't have. Since Steve's in here, I can poke and prod him on this. I didn't have the Lineage Break podcast this week to read me the lore article.
But I guess segueing in, they did release some new stuff. Keyword Link Shield, subtype Veltec, subtype
Mhm.
Resonator, which is like I guess a melody based ally strat, which is probably what Casella's cards are gonna be. And then my favorite automatons, baby. I love me some robots.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we're getting more auto units, so pick up your pick up your automaton command cards and all that stuff before those go up in price.
Mhm.
So who knows what we're gonna get for that? But like I really hope like we mentioned this before. Um I do really hope that they take this opportunity to reprint backup charger now because this would be like the prime time to do it, especially when it comes to like new players and bringing down some of the prices of some of these like cards that are useful.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, Cascade as well. This is probably like one of my
Oh
favorite
yeah, that's
keywords.
right. I forgot about the new.
We have 2 cost water revitalizer X Ultra. Tap Cascade
Why is everything
recover
X
one.
Ultra? Plus Ultra.
Well, it's like a cyber based, which is like
No, I understand.
yeah,
It just makes me think
yeah.
All Might's gonna like come crashing through the wall like a
But
Kool-Aid man.
Cascade tap 1, recover 2, 3 sacrifice, recover 3, and then draw a card in your memory. So it
So
seems
how
like
does the cascade mechanic even
so
work?
so you basically can only do one of these each time.
Okay.
So I guess the first time you recover 1, the second time you recover 2, and then the final time you recover 3 and draw. So it basically goes down the line until you hit the final thing, and then you can't you basically
Okay.
can't activate it.
And
But I think you can choose which one you want to do. So like for example, like we have waterfall. Oh no, never mind. No, I think you have to go down the line. It
yeah, you
basically
have to go in.
cascades.
From what I understand, you have to go in the order. Um, and it seems like you have to like keep these cards alive in order to
Hmm.
Like
get
the
full benefit out of them.
like Tony. Oh, I guess you want to call it Tony or whoever could use it, but you got Bedlam Boro,
Hmm.
Guardian Siegeable Crossroads, tap 2, pay 2, tap, Cascade 1 through 3, summon a Power Cell token rested, 4, sacrifice Bedlam Boro and draw a card.
Hmm.
So if you can keep the card alive, you get a payoff at the end. And then Waterfall Sage, class bonus, Cleric Mage. She's a water, 1/3. On attack Cascade, empower 1, number 2, empower 2, and then 3, this attack gets +3. This ability changes each cascade. So if you can protect her, she can empower your stuff. She seems a little but like it's definitely probably like my. And then there's the I guess the CSR, the little rat thing, or a rabbit, I guess. um Sion, Babella's companion,
Oh yeah, this thing.
um Discorp automaton, tap, sacrifice a power spell, cascade, 1, draw a card, 2, put a buff counter on each automaton ally you control, 3, wake up Xenon, and their base power becomes 4. So if you can protect this thing and you have enough power cells, it becomes a 4/4 for 2.
She could become a menace.
Yeah. This thing is gonna get evaporated, just straight up ash babied. Like it's just
Hmm.
they are not gonna let this thing live.
I wonder if they're gonna make
Yeah.
cards that allow you to like activate multiple uses of Cascade or something because
I'm wondering because most of it's just tap. So like if you can wake it up, you can do it multiple times. Honestly, for Sion, like its best ability is to draw 1 card. So like honestly, as long as you have a power cell, you play it for 2, tap it, sack a power cell, draw a card. The more it gets left alive, the better the payoff is.
yeah.
So and honestly, the biggest thing for me is for automatons in the past was like you never really had a super solid way of generating a shit ton of power cells. But like we got
Hmm.
Cell Forger Droid, so on enter, summon a power cell token rested, and then pay 4, tap it, summon a power cell token rested. So like it's a 2 cost 0/2 wind ally, so
Yep.
it's wind. So it seems like wind probably will be. I guess wind always was the way to do power like automatons, anyways. But you got a true sight
Not
wolf.
always, because water had that really good cleric one that
Ugh,
every turn it just shit out a power cell.
that's true, but like you got a bunch of like these like rare and uniques, like overcharged droid. As long as you control 2 or more power cell items. So I guess
Mercurial heart, baby, let's go.
yeah. Overcharged droid gets +1/+1, so it becomes a 3 cost 3/3/4. which is always a solid stat line. Gray Lupin Droid, True Sight, 2 cost, 2/1 on enter. Tamer bonus though. On enter, you may sacrifice a power cell. If you do, put a buff counter on Gray Lupin Droid and draw a card into your memory. So it becomes a 3/2. Kind of makes me wonder if
Don't say it.
Casella might be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But and then you got like the resonators. All these are wins so far. But whenever you activate a harmony or melody card, resonator allies control get +1 until the end of turn. That seems very, very dangerous. On enter, musical curator. On enter, choose a melody or harmony. Choose harmony or melody. Scavenge 12 for a card of that subtype.
Yeah, we going deep, boys.
And then music aficionado, 4 cost. As long as you've activated a harmony or melody this turn, this card costs 3 less to activate. So you get a 1 cost 2/3. Musical curator is a 3/1/2.
Scavenge 12 though, like that.
That's yeah.
That is insane.
And then Veltec, this one is based around items. So like the first one is we get keyword link shield.
Oh yeah, we get those link shields for items to like or items
yeah,
or allies
and they're all Veltec items. Flame Tech shield, and they're all ally links. On enter, draw a card, discard a card. Aquatech shield just has float. Which is not bad. Honestly, like Nico loves this thing. Holy crap. Gust Tech shield, linked ally has vigor. This thing seems kind of scary. But I don't know, like is it worth a slot in the deck though? Is the big question.
Yeah, because it's not really giving you anything back either.
And it's a 3 cost.
Yeah.
Like Aquatech shield, I can do because it has float. So if you mill it, free float.
Yeah.
But the Veltec Gear Hoarder, it's a 3 cost, 1/3. Gets +1/+1 for each Veltec item linked to it. The Veltec QA Tester, on enter, the next Veltec item you activate targeting QA Tester costs 3 less, so you get a free shield on it. This one though, Stride Tech W, 2 cost, Veltec Assassin Boots. On enter, if you control the linked ally, draw a card in your memory. 1 cost, sacrifice Stride Tech W, return the linked ally to its owner's memory. Slap that on Windmill Engineer, baby.
We're just getting a bunch of like make a whole shopping mall type deck. Voltron it.
Yeah. Yeah. And oh yeah, we got the new boons.
Oh yeah. So we're gonna try to. We have to wrap up here. We're way over time, but we did get a couple new boons announced. I think there's 15 new boons, if I heard correctly.
Yeah.
So, the ones that they shared they were all right. Nothing. I don't think there was anything too crazy about them. I think there might have been one that really stuck out more than the other ones. The other ones just seemed kind of like, But
lesser boon of nourishment, baby. Kit Scavenge 13 for a kitchen or food card.
Yeah, I'm wondering about that. Corey, you might have yourself a chef deck.
Maybe. But my favorite is Greater Boon of Rosen. That thing is as additional cost to activate, sacrifice 2 power cell. Whenever an automaton ally you control dies, summon a power cell token.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah,
that's
baby.
Really powerful.
Speaking of Tony stuff, we actually did get Edge of Tomorrow, 2 cost, scavenge 8 for a domain. It exists, boys.
Yeah.
When the next domain with the same name as the scavenge card enters the field under your control, draw a card into memory. So that's really good.
Yes, Steve.
And then
yes, Steve. Tony mentioned for sure.
yeah,
Actually, I actually have a budget list I'm working on for Tony and everything. So hoping to have that out either this week or next week.
the one card I really want to talk about though, we got a new fire card, Exalted 2-cost Demon's Bargain. Gain control of a target ally you don't control unless its controller has you draw 2 cards.
Why are we giving Fire more fucking like steal your shit cards? Like
Ordained charisma, just a better ordained charisma, all right?
up, Dalton.
Just you sit over there in your corner, I'll be in my corner. I like taking control of your stuff and sacking them to cremation ritual, okay?
I was thinking that
Let
same
me do
thing.
it in
I
my
was like,
corner.
I'm gonna wait. Is that a spell or is that a? Oh yeah, it's a tamer spell.
I'm going to take your stuff, then cremate it away, and go plus.
Well, thankfully for us, it is an exalted card, and you don't like to go to level 3, so you can take that and shove it.
Ho.
Oh yeah,
Hold on. You think I don't like to go to level 3, but in all honesty, I do.
No, you
It's just
don't.
my 2 favorite decks don't need to go to level 3, and one of them can't because it's Polhawk. He doesn't have a level 3.
Yeah, coulda,
So-
woulda, shoulda.
we got a new Hug Pantheon card. Welcome Merriment. For each player, that player may rest any amount of allies they control. Put a buff counter on each ally rested this way.
That's that's gonna be a bit chaotic.
Floating memory slow speed.
Oh God.
And then Symphonia Hope, Cleric Tamer Melody, target ally, it's a wind, 2 costs. Target ally gets +2 health until the end of turn, fast speed, class bonus. The next Harmony card you activate this turn costs 2 less to activate.
Yeah, they're definitely bringing in the harmonies and melodies for this new champion. So, I'm pretty sure at Worlds we're gonna get just like, obviously they're gonna spoil the whole set at Worlds because it'll be like a week out. I guess until then it's gonna be kind of dull.
Yeah. So what is a stamp rally card? Because we got
I think
cute
that
girl croaking webfoot.
I think that
No idea.
I think that's only for Anime Expo.
No, it's Singapore Worlds.
Oh, then I think you have to be there to actually do that. Like you have to do whatever the stamp rallies are. Usually do it whatever the thing says, and then you like get it stamped off, and then when you complete the card, like you get the card.
Okay. Croaking webfoot just got insane value. This 1 cost 1/1 float frog. And then they also, showed off Dungeon Guide, this $600 probably plus card.
Yeah, I'll be selling mine like instantly just to get value back for the trip and everything. I don't need one copy of that.
Well, if you went for Pantheon.
Nope. I would rather have my value back for the trip. Like
yeah.
That's like
Honestly,
basically most of what I'd be paying into the trip.
no, honestly, yeah, like it definitely makes the trip worth it. Like if they keep as long as Pantheon passes have a desirable card at the end of it, that they will make money off of these passes.
Yep.
Because I don't know how many people would actually do it just for the tickets if the promo card isn't worth the end.
Yeah,
of
see, that's the
day.
other thing. Like they haven't really announced like what the CPR general respite is gonna be. Like as far as how much tickets it's gonna be to get one. So that's gonna be interesting because like if you can complete your Pantheon pass and have enough tickets to get one, like that's gonna be huge.
Yeah.
So I really want more information on this, especially since I'm literally gonna play every single day that I'm there. The only downside is like once I think the passes only go up to like 8 hours or something. So like once you burn your pass, you're just kind of playing to play at that point. But
I heard that it might go up to 23 hours. but I think at that point you only get like packs. I think.
I mean, hell, I'll take extra Pantheon packs, more
But I think
chance.
it only. But I think if I remember hearing, I think it's only Platinum Plus that gets that. I think.
I mean, I'd be getting the platinum ticket regardless because that has like the most value for it. Like I would not pass that up. I looked at the other ones and they're like there's not huge differences, but it's enough of a difference that I'm not willing to sacrifice that. So,
I think I would probably, depending on like, yeah, honestly, because like I'm thinking like if I don't do too well,
mhm.
I'll probably like if I go 0-4 or whatever, I'll probably just cancel out, just do like Pantheon Pass, just
Yep.
because like at that point, like at least there's something. Because if it's just to play Pantheon to play, I might as well stick out the day.
Mhm.
But now there's an actual like free dungeon guide for playing 8 hours. I'm like, well, shit,
I'll have all the
give me that.
Pantheon decks with me too. So,
Yeah, I'll probably try to scrape up something too, like a Tony deck or something.
mhm.
But yeah, it's I'm definitely excited for like that. Like the Pantheon Pass is a really good change, and I think it makes going to an ascent a lot easier for like the general player too. Like if they don't do well, because at that point you're just doing random like drafts or whatever, and it's like that's it's fun. It's fun for a little bit, but like giving like someone who feel like I guess it feels better to like not do well and then have something that can reward you for just having fun and like just casually playing. Like, hey, here you go. You honestly can probably make more money than an average ascent player.
Oh, we're well aware, Steve. Don't worry. Don't remind us how busted Foster is.
Yeah, Foster.
Believe me, we are well aware. But
That's the only deck Dalton plays. It's
yep.
Foster, baby.
I play Foster CL. Thank you very much. Okay, I like my extra damage for my CL. I also like that how CL's lineage all foil and shiny, and his material deck cards are shiny.
All right, Steve's just sitting there with his like set of CSR CLs, just like, yeah, get on my level, bro.
I won't ever spend that kind of money on it. The only champion I would spend that kind of money on is Polhawk.
Hey,
That's the only. I hate to say it. That's the only one.
Steve is the real CL goat here. So
You're not wrong.
he was like wasn't gonna say it. You're so humble, Steve. But
I'm still trying to CSR out Tony, but like I'm not paying $1,000 for level 1, man. That's just way too much.
I feel you. I feel you. So, but all right, we really gotta close this down for the night. I know we had so much to talk, but Steve. Yes, I know Steve's looking. Steve likes Tony too. So,
I have Domain Tony CSR, and I might try to pick up a Sword Tony CSR, but like 1 and 2 are just way too expensive.
I think if I keep playing the one punch bonk Tony that I was playing yesterday or 2 days ago, I think I'll pick up a sword Tony CSR just because it's too funny to take Mordred Spear and just hit someone for like 27 and
Exactly.
28 damage.
Steve gets me. Like I want to be Tony. That's the only one. But he's like $1,200.
uh, hey, if you get lucky at Dallas and rip a Pantheon barrier or something, like
That's what I'm thinking. Like if I like honestly like my dungeon guide money might go
yep,
towards some
yep.
of this. 'Cause I just need Atmos and Sentinel Fabricator foil, and then like I think everything else is like foiled out besides like the lineage. Like that's really it.
That's like me right now. Like
Mhm.
I can't find Curio foil Golden Bishops like anywhere right now. Like it's killing me. But I digress. We need to close this down for the night.
Yep.
As much as I would love to sit here and chit chat more with everybody, um, this was a long overdue podcast because it's been almost I think it said it was a month since our last podcast.
Mhm.
So, but then there's nothing going on, man. Like there really wasn't. We had Jersey at the beginning of June and Banish Zone the week after, and then that was it.
Yeah.
So, and as far as Nats went, it was like the same stuff like for each Nats. It was just like, whatever. Like wasn't really gonna do much with that. And then I had stuff going on for like 2 weeks there. So it just kinda fell through. But we should be back on somewhat of a normal schedule. We might stretch out the podcast a bit though, because there really isn't gonna be much to talk about unless there's spoiler stuff. So we'll see how that goes. But um that being said, thank you everybody for coming out and hanging out with us. We missed you guys, and we look forward to bringing you guys some more fun and amazing content. We are almost to our 200 subscriber goal, our first goal, which was 200 for during the summer. So if you are not subscribed yet and you like what we do here, please consider subscribing. It helps us out a lot. We really appreciate it. We love you guys. And we look forward to just bringing you guys more stuff, hopefully getting more Pantheon content back out there again now that we have all this open free time again. So, yeah. Thank you guys for hanging out with us, and we will see you guys on the next one. So, until then, guys, take care.